And we are back. Pokemon X Hardcore Nuzlocke. The run continues. We are only using Fairy-type Pokemon, and it's time to take on Lysander for the second time. But first, Geosench, the Gardevoir, has to hold on while Weavile slaps her in the face with a Night Slash. No problem. That was definitely the closest we came fighting all of these Team Flare baddies. So let's go check in with Lysander and see what Take 2 looks like. All right, we beat him once. Can we beat him again? I do believe his Mienfoo will have upgraded into the Mienshao at this point in the game, but really our methods of madness stay the exact same. We're going to get the Intimidate down onto the Mienshao, and we are just going to try to set up on this Fighting Phenom as a Swords Dance comes down. It is +1 attack now. Now we are going to get the Paralysis down, which is very helpful for that utility. Not only are we faster, but some of these turns, Mienshao can just get shut down and be fully paralyzed, which is just beautiful. On top of that, now we are faster with the charms, so we'll be cutting down on her Swords Dance, so we'll be just nullifying it. And if we can just get ahead of steam here and get any advantage on the Mienshao, we are absolutely going to take it. But really, we are just trying to pave the way for the Gardevoir to get in there. Gardevoir can absolutely one-shot the Mienshao, but we're looking forward to that Gyarados, even the Murkrow upgrade into the Honchkrow. And we just want to make sure we can kill everyone on Lysander's team without losing anybody on our team. So as you can see, this is going to be a very comical back and forth. And let's just fast forward until we can get Mienshao to -6 attack. All right, Mienshao at -6 attack. We've got the Gardevoir in there, and now we are getting our 6th Calm Mind. We have Leftovers and Wish, so we periodically keep healing back. So Mienshao just keeps chucking these neutral acrobatics at us, and it's not doing any damage through all those charms that the Grand Blood set up, which is just beautiful. So now we're going to get that signature Wish down before we start one-shotting all of these people on the other side of the battlefield. The Mienshao is going to be the first to fall here. And now we have Moonblast and Psychic, and just for a little fun fact here. Which one does more damage? I'm pretty sure it's Moonblast with 95 and then Psychic at 90. So really maybe that tiny bit of damage after stab makes a difference, but really it doesn't matter. I don't think when you're +6, but just in case we're going to fade with a Moonblast. It is stab, super effective, and the Mienshao falls. Lysander still has 3 Pokemon left, and the bad Gyarados comes down and gets the freebie Intimidate. And as long as we're faster, this is GG, and we absolutely are. Gyarados has a fantastic special defense, but it is not high enough to withstand that. The Honchkrow comes down, maybe looking for a priority Sucker Punch. Nope, it doesn't matter either, as a stab super effective Moonblast +6 comes down the line, and now the Pyroar, the final Pokemon, is here, and I do believe Pyroar is faster, so we're just going to have to tank a Fire Blast with that +6 defense, or +6 special defense, I should say, and that will do it. All right, final battle against Team Flare Bloss Lysander. All right, Team Flare Lysander for the last time. He's going to have his Mega Gyarados, but we are not afraid. We've got a really good strategy down, and we are just going to rinse, repeat. The high jump kick comes down, and Mienshao loses half of his HP, which could be very scary. What if he does that again and we lose our setup, and then the Gyarados comes down? We're really hoping that doesn't happen, as the acrobatics come down, and a critical hit does break through the double charm setup, and that is also terrifying. Are we willing to lose the Gramble over a double crit? Is that something we're willing to do? Are we just going to take the plus or the -4 attack and roll with it and risk the crit there? Does it matter? We're going to get Dendemil in there. Our little Dedenne high jump kick does come down, and it lands actually, which is good for us because Mienshao would have died if it missed, and it lands again. So this is really scary, but the recoil damage from the Rocky Helmet is so bad. So Mienshao is at full HP. Does Mienshao get the heal from Lysander? He does not, so he's chilling. So if he misses high jump kick, it is all over, and we just want to watch out for getting crit on our Geosench, the Gardevoir. But overall, that was a crazy ride to get here, but we are in the exact spot we want to be. We're just going to go for that +6 Calm Mind, and then we can basically rinse repeat the exact same thing we did for the first and second fight against Lysander. So if nothing else, Gardevoir has been a complete game changer from the first attempt to this second attempt. So this is beautiful. The Leftovers doing so much work here. Wish coming in clutch as well. And now it's like, are we in range? Can we go for one more? And yes, we can. Another acrobatics comes down. And now if we just go for the Wish, we'll have the beautiful strat on lock. The paralysis comes down very timely there. You'll love to see it. And now we can just fire away. The Moonblast comes down. one-shots what's left of the mean show. Here is the Haunch Crow. Are we faster? Are we slower? And it's a fadeaway critical on top. Let's take it as we are floating in the pool of lava here. The Pyroar comes down, goes for the Fire Blast. No critical, no burn. Beautiful stuff. We tank that no problem. The Psychic with the fade, and that just leaves the big, the chunky little shrimp guy that he turns into with the Mega Gyarados. And he's on top of that, he's going to get the dark typing. So this Moonblast is going to do double damage. He's breaking the mold, but he is a Sea Leviathan, but it's not enough. Gyarados falls as well. Team Lysander is a bad sport about it, and we finish him for the last time. And now we'll be making our way to the 8th and final gym. All right, and then in Coraway Town, we are taking on Professor Sycamore once again, and his Kanto starters are all grown up and maxed out here at level 50. He's got the Venusaur, he's got the Blastoise, and he has the Charizard, so he is looking fantastic. However, he's going to fall prey to the same exact fate as Lysander. We just get our Grunbull in there for the Paralysis and the Charm Cheese. We get the setup, we just swap into Gardevoir, get a fadeaway crit on a +6 Combine, and we're just going to call it a day. As the Blastoise comes down, he's looking rather huggable, like a big fella there. Look at him. The fadeaway with the Moonblast for reprieve, as you do, and then the Charizard, the signature Fire Flying Dragon, comes down. He's cool, but he's not cool enough as the Psychic one-shots, and we live to fight another day. And then we have the infamous rival bridge right after that, where we take on each of our friends or little rivals, and we save Serena for Victory Road, which that fight is actually a lot closer and scary in nature, to where the friends are just trying to have a good time. They're just trying to see how strong we've gotten over the course of the run. And for them, honestly, we've gotten pretty dang strong this time around. We didn't even make it this far in the first attempt, but here we are. We're chilling on the bridge. We're going for the signature setup strategy, as you do, and we were able to set up on her Delcatty, which is just a little bit embarrassing. Shauna sends out Goodra, which is fantastic. What a fantastic pseudo legendary, but it's not enough. Even with that bulky special defense, the Moonblast completely one-shots, and there is her starter, the Chestnut, and it's going to go for that spiky shield cheese, but we are just fine. We didn't make physical contact, so we don't have to worry about it. And now the Moonblast is also super effective, and she is defeated. All right, same thing against Tierno. He is next on the menu, and he leads with a Talonflame, which is pretty clutch. Really cool Pokemon. Same typing as the Charizard with the fadeaway crit, though. It goes to join Professor Sycamore's Charizard in the graveyard, unfortunately for him. And then his next Pokemon is going to be the Roserade. So a pretty cool team, I will say, of 3, as the Roserade is there and then gone. However, he does kind of spoil it with the Crawdon, as Crawdon is not a great Pokemon. At least it doesn't have to deal with the physical special split in this generation. But what I really do like about the rival bridge is you cannot heal in between Shauna and Tierno. So just like in the Team Flare base, they have those two kind of baddies back to back, one with green hair and one with purple hair, I believe, that kind of where we lost last time. It's so good when you struggle against that first battle, and then you're like, okay, it's fine. We'll just full restore up, and we'll just heal up, and then we'll be fresh for the next battle. When you can't do that, it makes it so interesting. However, when you go to take on Trevor here, the little kid with orange hair, you do get healed up. So I was very interested to see, since my Granbull had taken such a beating setting up the first 2 turns, I was like, ooh, what if he gets stuck in there against this Raichu, or it'll have to be a hard swap in and I can't set up first. But really, we got healed right off the bat, so it didn't even matter. As you can see, the Granbull and Dedenne are super healthy, and now we're just doing the setup cheese. The Raichu's here, and then I'm like, you know what? Let's just blitz this down. Do we really even need to go into the +6 Gardevoir strats, as the cute tiny little Dedenne takes out the big chubby Raichu? You love to see that. And there is the enemy Florges, which is super tough, as we've lost our Florges, we've lost our Mawile, and I completely blundered on the Mr. Mime encounter. However, there is one more encounter right after this bridge battle where you can get a Jigglypuff and upgrade that into the Fairy-type Wigglytuff. So I am excited for that, and that does mean we will have a full team of 6 as a Stab Moonblast comes down, but our starter Vanderbilt tanks that no problem. We fade with a Stab, huge power, Aqua Tail, lock and load. The Aerodactyl comes down, which is pretty awesome, but I don't think he's going to have an answer for the one and only Vanderbilt Chubby Water Mouse, as we are thinking, should we go Surf? Should we go Aqua Tail? And really, with that busted huge power passive, I think Aqua Tail's to play here. It does have the mischance. We could also swap into other Pokemon. It really just depends what you're feeling like, but we're getting some nice animation as the Aerodactyl is flopping and flying those wings as fast as he can, trying to figure out what he's going to use against us. And really, if I'm thinking about it, I think I'm just checking the moveset right now to make sure Aerodactyl doesn't have anything crazy like stab acrobatics, but really it goes straight for the sky drop, and that will not be enough as the Chubby Water Mouse holds on and fades with the Aqua Tail. Beautiful stuff. Let's go secure that encounter, and let's do it. Right there in Route 20 in the forest is going to be the cute and cuddly little Jigglypuff. We get the paralysis down, we waste a bunch of turns and secure it with the timer ball. Welcome to the team, my final team member. As far as the 8th gym goes with the ice-type Pokemon, we are looking really good. However, this Mamoswine is a little bit scary. He's a little bit chunky. He's a little bit hungry as Vanderbilt gets the high roll and lands at 10 HP. Hold on. You started the journey, and I want you to end it, you chubby little water mouse. Let's go take on the gym leader. All right, Wolfric here, the 8th and final gym leader with 3 heavy-hitting Ice-type Pokemon, but it doesn't matter as we just set up on the Abomasnow in his home territory. It feels wrong, but really the biggest obstacle was right there. We just had to tank the Flash Cannon with our +6 special defense, and we absolutely do. Cryo goes down, and now it's just the very slow but very formidable Avalugg, and it can do nothing against a +6 Moonblast. Wolfric is defeated, and now it is time for a final battle against Serena, Victory Road, and it's going to be the Elite Four. Let's do it. Here we are towards the end of Victory Road, and we're taking on our rival Serena for the last time. The Mastic comes down with the Fake Out. We respond with the Priority Prankster Paralysis right there with the Thunder Wave, and Klefki comes in. The Shadow Ball comes in with a nice critical hit. Unfortunately, now we are floating under half HP, but we lead into another Play Rough, and another Shadow Ball comes down. Thankfully, that one does not crit as well. We could roll it all on a Play Rough here to finish off the Meowstic, and that is exactly what happens. Klefki clears the first Pokemon, and now Flareon comes down, looking chubby, looking ready to fight. And now we're either going to swap into Geosenge for that Trace ability so we can get the Flash Fire and tank the Lava Plumes, or we could go for Vanderbilt, the chubby Azumarill, and get that not very effective Pivot. We do not have Thick Fat. We have Huge Power, which is much more offensive in nature, but look at that. The Lava Plume does no damage, and now we can go for a Charm setup to keep the Gardevoir safe so we can ramp up on the rest of the team. So right here we got -2, and then another crit comes down. Man, crits have been so pivotal in this run, but we get a nice charm down as well, and now Flareon's floating at -4 attack, which is beautiful, so those bites or crunches cannot do a ton of damage against Geosenge, and we can roll it all right there, or we can get a Dedenne in there to get one more charm off. We have multiple team members with charm just to make these setups even more plausible. The Lava Plume doing massive damage, but all we need, we don't even have a paralysis either, so we go in for the Nuzzle, which is really nice, but we risked a critical as Dedenne holds on with 31 HP and is hurting. It's absolutely hurting, and now it is time to stop playing games and get Gardevoir in there. The Flash Fire comes down so we can tank those Lava Plumes, no problem. And now we are in a beautiful position as Quick Attack only does 10 HP, and the road has been paved, the window has been opened, the door has been seized for the Gardevoir to set up and sweep the rest of Serena's team as the Calm Mind comes down, and Flareon is in such a rough spot that he's paralyzed, he's hurting, he can't dish out enough damage, so he's sitting here helplessly watching a Gardevoir ramp up to the heavens, knowing that once he dies, his friends are quick to follow. Brutal stuff here. The bite comes down, it does no damage, and Gardevoir is here to stay. She is ready to go, and she knows what's about to happen as the Psychic comes down, and Flareon is gone, and now Serena's worst nightmare has come true. Great Ninja comes down, has been an absolute nuisance. He's going to get one more shot, Water Shuriken in, gets the crit, goes for the 4, takes the 5 roll, tips his hat to our team saying, okay, you can kill me, but remember me. And there he goes. The Altaria comes down next. We have a +6 Moonblast lined up, and the fluffy Cotton Dragon is gone. Absolutely gone. And now the Absol comes down, the final Pokemon, one more blast from the moon, and Serena is finally defeated. Only 2 trainers left in Victory Road. We are so close to the Elite Four. I am so hyped. I'm so ready for this. So we've got the Granbull out first for the Intimidate. We also have Thunderwave and Charm on our Granbull to get some extra setup if need be, and the Glaceon comes down. So we get that free Intimidate off. We gotta watch out for those Stab Ice type moves. The Blizzard comes down. It is a critical hit. Stab Blizzard, and Koroway holds with 5 HP. The Paralysis comes down, and as long as Glaceon does not have Pursuit, we are gonna get the Stretcher. We are gonna parachute Koroway to safety, get the nearest Pokemon Center in here stat, absolutely, and we're just gonna go straight into our Gardevoir, get the Snow Cloak ability on top, leftovers for some help there, and let's just get a nice Wish in here. Let's take our time as we sidestep another Blizzard. Let's absolutely not mess around with that, as another one connects, but we are just fine as our special defense is so much better on top of the Calm Minds. The Paralysis coming in, Glaceon smirking, absolutely smirking, knowing what he did, knowing how close he was to playing possum there with the Granbull. Absolute mindlessness, ridiculousness. Don't even know what I'm saying at this point as we continue to rain down with Calm Minds and Wishes. And now we are ready to go to finish off this trainer, blockading the way to the Elite Four. The Glaceon goes down, and now the big chunky Snorlax is here, but we are +6, and he is gone. That'll do it. The next battle goes very smoothly as well. So now it's time for the Elite Four, but as far as this video goes, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you on the flip. Peace.